All right, I am Lance Corporal James J. Graham of Max 4 Tactical Air Operations Center. I am a radar technician. I come from Tallahassee, Florida.
What's going on?
All right, out here in Australia, we're providing as the Max 4 Tactical Air Operations Center. We provide the ANTPS 59 radar, provides tracking, live tracking of all sorts of air-breathing targets, aircraft, helicopters, missiles, any such, and provides the opportunity and the capability to the ACE commander to track these targets as well as control them and pass them off to other agencies in real time. The range capability is about 300 nautical miles for air-breathing targets such as aircraft, helicopters, any sort of flying like drones, anything like about that. We are the only long-range surveillance radar out here. There are currently a few other like smaller kind of air control radars, but we're the only ones to provide the long-distance surveillance capabilities. This is a joint operation, so we're able to interface with, say, our coalition partners, such as the Australians, as well as providing tracks to the Air Force, Army, Navy, whoever else needs them, aside from our Marine, aviators. We have one Australian air controller here, and he's helping control flights as well as coordinate with our, coalition partners as well. Well, aside from helping coordinate the exercise and passing out live data, every section has training and readiness events and qualifications that they have to work on. Our section, has to coordinate and as well as do as many maintenance options. I know the operators have to do controlling qualifications, so they're trying to factor that in right now in addition to controlling the exercise as well. Once every couple months, Max 4 is a pretty, has a high operation tempo. So every couple months we'll get to go deploy to, say, a new country or get the chance to do another, training event such as this. You can sustain itself indefinitely as long as it gets its proper support, such as, HE and communications and, power, food, other logistics such as that. As for the setup portion, it takes about roughly a day to get everything up and going, given the proper support necessary. So it doesn't take too long to get it up and running. It only takes about, 4 to 6 people, to set it up. Depending on how fast you want it to go up, you could always utilize more people, but it always has to be, trained and qualified personnel from our section setting up to ensure, the durability of the gear. And it can take a number of hours just to individually put it up, 6 to 8. So it all depends on the number of people and how experienced they are on the gear. Obstacle-wise, we only have to worry about interfering with, say, other people's communications gear, but that's a pretty easy, challenge to overcome. Just coordinating with them and, just trying to, come up with solutions that can, allow us to complete our mission as well as theirs. So, aside from that, it's been smooth sailing for the entire op. Our capabilities are providing long-range 3D surveillance of air-breathing targets such as aircraft, drones, helicopters, as well as affording the ACE commander the ability to coordinate and control aircraft and pass that data along real time to any number one of our joint partners and our coalition partners. We, aside from looking out for the bogeys, we also control aircraft, make sure they're able to fly through the airspace safely, as well as coordinating multiple units at once, both like air and ground, to be able to effectively utilize them in a safe, efficient manner.
Technical Sergeant Stephanie Leal, working as a surveillance officer with Max 4. Okay, so what's going on right now is we've actually got the radar turning and burning right now, and we are providing a tactical air picture for higher headquarters back in Hawaii, as well as doing a bunch of surveillance for Talisman Sabre over the Bradshaw Training Area. It's been very, very educational. We've learned a lot about the airspace itself, the boundaries, and he's always helping us out with getting all the products that we need in order to provide a safe tactical air picture to our counterparts. Yeah, I've definitely learned a lot so far as the classifications and how we're supposed to be supporting for this operation itself, learning about the whole Talisman Sabre operations with the air picture versus what they're doing on land right now. So for what I do is I'm surveilling the air picture. Basically any radar data that pops up, I have to classify whether or not it is an aircraft or whether it's just clutter that we're getting on the radar, making sure that I can find out who it is that we're actually talking to, getting call signs, finding out which platforms they are, and making sure that we provide a safe picture with making sure that nobody goes inside an airspace that is currently active in air-to-ground, firing ranges, or anything of that sort of. It's very rewarding to watch, and it's gone very smoothly throughout the whole exercise with working with the Marines, working on the same type of equipment that I would normally work on in the Air Force, being able to provide an air picture as well as classify all the aircraft that we need to and make sure that we maintain safety, make sure that nobody's in the same altitude blocks, make sure that nobody is going into an active air-to-ground airspace, and also providing handover between different agencies, between ATC, ourselves, and aircraft that are coming in from the ships. Basically, trying to set up in all the sand and the rocks and everything and making sure that everything's anchored the way that it needs to be, as well as dealing with some of the weather with the winds that we've had out here.
Yeah, I'm Flight Lieutenant Sean O'Leary. I'm the ORC Operations at 114 Mobile Control and Reporting Unit, which is the equivalent unit to the TAOC behind me. So I'm in the Air Force's Mobile Fighter Control Unit.
What's happening behind you, sir?
So I'm deployed with the US Marine Corps TAOC. I'm in the Australian LNO, just here to help the guys out and learn a bit more from the way the US do business. It's actually been quite good. I've been fortunate enough that I've worked with the USAF previously, so just getting a Marine Corps perspective, it's been good. Definitely. I've been able to sort of just share a little bit of different knowledge on how we do business. At the same token, our knowledge on air to ground and the way the Marines do business has been very different, so I definitely got something out of it. Yeah, so this is my 5th Talisman Sabre. I've been a part of it from 114 M Crew, which is my unit back home. I've also been involved in it from 3 Crew, traditionally as an air-to-air fighter controller. Definitely, it started off being very much a ground war and then transitioned very much to an air war, and now I'm getting to see the best of both worlds, and we're starting to get some good interaction with the Marines and with the Australian Army as well. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're only going to get better the more we work together.
First Lieutenant Jonathan D. Johnson, so Jonathan, Johnsson. I'm an Air Defense Control Officer with Marine Air Control Squadron 4, based out of Okinawa, Japan. I'm from Downingtown, Pennsylvania. So basically, as our location as the command and control agency here, primarily the first thing that we're going to be able to provide is that air picture that we will be able to give with the Bradshaw airspace. We can take all of the aircraft that are going to be operating within that airspace, have a classified picture of all the friendly aircraft that are participating in the exercise, and then we can forward that picture to the Marine Tactical Air Command Squadron 18, which is at Nakuru, and then they've been forwarding our picture out to the 613th, the AOC, located in Hawaii. Oh, absolutely critical, because in addition to our role of providing that clean, classified picture, we are providing aircraft within the airspace that safety of flight, flight follow, and positive handovers between us and other command and control agencies. So far it's been good. You know, we do have one LNO from the 114 mobile crew with the Australians that is attached with us, and he's basically the Australian version of our TOC detachment, and he's been helping us do what we do best by working with our higher agencies as well as the Australian higher agencies and getting those planning documents that we need for each flight that's going to be going with each day. I think the Marines first broke ground here at Yellow Drum Hill the beginning of July. I don't know the exact date. And we should be out here till at least August 2nd.